Hello and welcome to another Genshin Impact video here on White Whale Gaming. Today we are starting at the title screen because during my exploration of the Golden Apple Archipelago, I drew a little too near the start of the next story quest segment. So, as soon as I press start game, we will be thrust into the opening cutscene. And with that, I would just like to say I am Whale, your host today, and I hope you enjoy what we have in store as we will be progressing the story of the version 2.8 Summertime Odyssey Golden Apple Archipelago quest. Let's get into it. Well, it looks like we're not quite there yet, but as soon as we land from this trail of jellyfish, we will be in the cutscene. As the game is telling us to talk to everyone, these jellyfish are going to lead us onto the island. Or not. We'll do that later. And yes, you will see that I will keep this in the cut.
Get up, lazy bones! The sun's so high it's right in your eyes!
Paimon, it's fine. I sleep with my eyes closed.
Yeah, that's why you couldn't see that the sun's in your eyes!
I trust you slept well?
Well enough.
Sounds like the same story for everyone. I got up first today, so I took a walk around and picked some fruits for our breakfast.
And Paimon's been waiting for you to get up so she can finally dig in! Huh? Fisher left? First thing in the morning?
Yeah, she seemed unwilling to stay with us. She said she had some other work to do for the Adventurers Guild.
A likely story. What happened to coming here to restore the glory of the Immernachtreich? Now she has guild work to do all of a sudden?
Alright, Paimon, keep it together.
Judging by that look on her face, there was probably something on her mind.
We tried sending Mona to comfort her like before, but she said Mona doesn't understand the work of the Adventurers Guild and can't go with her.
She didn't even make up some excuse about the Immernachtreich to get some time alone? Huh. That's out of character for her.
Then she must be feeling quite troubled.
I'd love to help her as a friend, but she was right about one thing. We're going to explore another island today.
Oh, is that so?
Yep. Votes are in. It's unanimous.
But I wasn't there for the vote.
Oh, yeah, about that. Paimon went ahead and voted for you. She said since you're always together, her opinion counts as yours and vice versa.
Well, you're an adventurer after all. Paimon knew you'd want to go exploring.
Paimon. Well, I guess it's happening
There's
now.
something she wants to investigate and suggested that we all go ahead in the meantime. She told me not to worry. She'll catch up with us when she's done. Despite her quirks, she's still an experienced adventurer. I think we should trust her.
I haven't known her for long, so this is just an observation, but it seems like she's struggling with some internal conflict.
That seems about right.
In conflict with others, you either resolve it or let it be. But when the conflict is within yourself, it's much harder to do either. I've also had a time like that in my life, so I understand what she's going through. It may be best to give her some space.
I agree. Still, it's a pity for today's adventure. Adventuring is always more fun when everyone's together.
Xinyan always has great team spirit.
Oh, one other thing. This morning, we saw a mirage on the island in the north. We can go take a look once you're done with your breakfast, traveler.
Okay. Heading to the island in the north. This is the island that last year's Golden Apple Archipelago had the devil of all music puzzles, in which you had to raise and lower the water levels in these 5 pools atop these 5 peaks in order to make a set of 5 arranged stones that corresponded 1 to each island's pool, strike a certain tone, and then play the tones in the correct order. So, based on that musical analysis of last year's Golden Apple Archipelago, I am guessing that this is going to be Xinyan's Mirage. It can't be Fischl's because she's not with us, and I don't think, with this island's history of its role in the previous Golden Apple Archipelago, is going to be Mona's. But before that, I have some unfinished business with some floating jellyfish platform over here. I'm going to get that treasure chest if it's the last thing I ever do. Also off camera, I went and did the puzzles associated with Kazuha's Island over on Pudding Island. I could have recorded them, but once again, solving the puzzle on camera and putting it up online for people to check out how to do it kind of defeats half the purpose of having a puzzle. So, unless it is needed for any sort of gameplay element in a story quest, I will leave the puzzles for people at home to figure out on their own. Now, let's do this very simple jellyfish platforming maze, or not maze, but, well, just jellyfish platforming course. That's a better word for it. Without falling right here this time. And while I'm at it, let's go into a little bit of detail about, since Golden Apple was my first main event in Genshin Impact, having started in version 1.6, it was also right around the time that I started playing Genshin Impact, having unlocked the event within my first week of playing, and within the final few days of the event. I first heard about Genshin Impact at all, in any sort of way, shape, or form, by seeing a mix of official art and fan art for Jean. Naturally, being a single mid-20-something male, I was instantly drawn to Jean's design and did a little bit of research to figure out where she was from, which led me to Genshin Impact. This is around the time of the 1.4 version update, but I did not actually, and while I downloaded the game client on PC at that time, I did not actually start playing until the version 1.6 update came along, as instead of choosing to start Genshin Impact right away, I made a still incredible decision to experience Xenoblade Chronicles X on my Nintendo Wii U. And by the time that my Xenoblade Chronicles X playthrough had come to its conclusion, it was version 1.6. And with the advent of me playing Genshin Impact for the first time on PC, I quickly became hooked on the game. Well enough hooked that I quickly began dolphining, and once I acquired a new job that allowed me to financially have the means to do so, quickly began wailing on the game, even going to so far as, when my computer started having issues running the game, buying a PS5 through a scalper because it was still cheaper than fixing up my computer to be able to run its Genshin Impact. Ironically, I have now fixed those same computer issues in order to be able to handle recording to my computer. I could go back to playing on PC, probably, but at this time, I still don't trust this machine to run a game and record at the same time. So, for now, I will stick to playing on PlayStation 5, and even once I get my new higher power gaming machine from Apex Gaming here in the next month or so, I will likely still remain on PlayStation due to the few items like the PlayStation exclusive Wind Glider, which I like using on the Traveler. Also, as we saw at the beginning of this episode, when I fell off these jellyfish rather embarrassingly, I do mostly long take recording, as I stated in Hazo's Hangout. There is a known glitch with OBS Studio that raises your system's CPU usage dramatically when pausing and unpausing recording, which is how I typically do any sort of cutaway in my video recordings, choosing to go for more long format and more in-depth recording as opposed to your simple long format that I then use a editing software to trim down to size.
Maybe there's even more buried below.
And with that, my train of thought is running out for now. So, as I see the yellow objective circle in sight, let's let Klee do her little airplane run over to our next destination. Unfortunately, though, with me triggering the story flag back at the camp island earlier than I would have liked to, I was not able to set up my usual Klee standing somewhere looking cute intro. As such, oh, here are the 5 stones I was talking about. They don't... Okay, they still go down. Yeah, they would go down and play a note in the puzzle in the last Golden Apple Archipelago. This time they still go down, but they don't play a note. At least not yet.
This island looks pretty normal.
I smell something burning on the wind.
Ugh. My scry glass is getting clearer, but I still can't see much.
Hey, look what I found. It's a... Well, is it a drum or a plant?
Can it not be both, Xinyan?
An instrument made of a plant?
Xinyan, do you think this could be your island?
Oh, you mean this instrument could have been put here just for me? Okay, let me give it a try.
Hold on. When I touched the rock garden in the bonsai yesterday, we were all transported to another space. Xinyan, do you want to take some time first to get ready?
Oh, you're right, but it's all good. I'm always ready to make some music.
Paimon just got a mouthful of dirt.
Paimon, are you okay?
Just as we thought. We've been sent to another place.
Oh, why does this place feel so bleak? Xinyan, are you sure this is your mirage?
I think so, yeah, but you're right. Why is it so bleak here?
Look, there's something really bright over there. It's almost like it's inviting us to go check it out.
Okay. Let's go have a look.
Wait! This is too obvious. Surely it's gotta be a trap.
That well may be, but there's also nowhere else for us to go.
Indeed.
If this mirage belongs to Xinyan, I don't think we'll find any traps here.
Now you're talking. You know that wouldn't be my style.
That makes sense. Alright, let's go then. But let's also make sure to be careful.
Oh yeah, that sort of reminds me where my train of thought was going, or not really reminds me, but I remembered where my train of thought was going in regards to the OBS Studio spiking computer usage after pausing and unpausing a recording. So basically, with my more long format recording style, any bloopers, like falling off that jellyfish and failing the very simple platforming level to get a very common chest, you will see a lot of bloopers. Well, hopefully not a lot. You will see bloopers like that over the course of my playthroughs. But for now, boom, hit the drum. And spinning us over here. Oh no, we can't climb in domains! And I'm not Kazuha. Oh, there's only one place left to go. Okay, the notes fired off by Melodic Bloom can be transferred to the next Melodic Bloom, which can change the flight direction of the notes. Get close to a Melodic Bloom to change direction. To change the direction it is facing. Use the transfer of notes in this way to solve certain puzzles. Okay, that seems pretty similar to the puzzles in Kazuha's domain. Oh, and it was nice, and even though it still drained our elemental bursts and damaged us, dropped us off on this island here. Okay. Adjust orientation. Perform. And that's what we gotta do.
One with nature.
Let's use Kazuha to gain a little height.
The door is locked.
Mona, do that thing where you turn it into water and slide under. Or turn into water and slide under.
Keep your nonsense to yourself, thank you very much.
Xinyan, why did you lock the door?
You'd think I'd know this. Oh, actually, I usually put my key under the flower pot next to the door, so maybe the key is nearby.
Oh, is there a flower pot around here?
No, but there is a treasure chest. Look to your left. Or right. There are no pots, but there is a flower.
I guess it's worth a shot.
So rude, Paimon, pushing me aside like that. Locked door. Nothing else over there. And we reach our next puzzle. Step on adjacent melodic petals and light them all up to awaken the melodic harp. An awakened melodic harp will give off a unique radiance. Some melodic petals have special functions. You can tell these apart by the special symbols they are marked by. All right. Okay. Very interesting. Unlike Xinyan herself. Sorry, but this is the first real Xinyan lore we're getting, so a bit more understandable. Boom.
I hear music.
This place really is dedicated to music.
Okay, that one looks good. Or does it? I think we're actually trying to get it first. Okay.
Wow, so we did get the key from the plant. Oh, the puzzles in Xinyan's Mirage seem way easier than Kazua's.
Well, his life experiences are far richer than mine.
You flatter me.
And there's our way back. Okay, now this is actually some pretty good music. we're in. The door has unlocked. Anything over here?
One with nature.
We might have hit another. Only way to go is down. Woo!
Wow! That flower is huge!
It's so odd here. Is it because of that flower?
Heck yeah! I wasn't expecting visitors.
Ah! It talks!
So did the squirrel from yesterday.
Paimon knows, but this is different!
Hi! We touched those drum-like plants growing on the beach outside, and we're transported here. Are you the owner of this place?
This is the Hall of Music, and I'm merely its gatekeeper. Tell me, my friends, are you here to pursue the ultimate expression of music?
Oh, you betcha.
Then tell me, what do you hope to express with music?
The spirit of resistance.
Right on, great answer. I'm so glad to hear that. I consider myself very lucky to meet another musician with the same ideals.
Even giant flowers get along well with Xinyan.
People who are easy to get along with make friends wherever they go.
Well, if you've made it this far, you must wish to venture deeper into the Hall of Music. However, I must apologize. My singing voice is required for entry, but unfortunately my pipes are a little dry.
Are you alright? Do you need, some cold medicine or something?
It's just that I haven't had any glacial spring water in a very long time. If I could drink some of that, my voice would be rocked and loaded and ready to clear your path.
Glacial spring water?
Yeah, with one sip of that, anyone could sing the most beautiful song, no matter if they were a weary adult, a sleepy bird, or even an ignorant child.
Oh. Okay, I'll find some for you. Where is this spring?
Ah, thanks, you're the best. Well, spring water helps plants grow up strong so they can scale the mountains that lie in their way, so I imagine the spring can be found somewhere on the mountain range protected by plants.
You mean we have to go hiking? Aw, Paimon thought some seawater would be enough.
Spring water and seawater could not be more dissimilar.
Oh, but you may need my powers in order to see the spring. Give me your hand, friend, so that you can see through my eyes.
Thanks. You shook my hand. Guess that makes this friendship official.
Whoa, we're out!
Ooh, it's much brighter here. I didn't mind that hot cave, though.
Glacial spring water can be found on one of the mountains around here. Let's all look for it.
Wait, how can there be light coming from below the ground here? Is this a water vein?
Well, according to that flower, the water vein is related to the plants, and the plants will lead us to that spring. So I guess we should follow the water veins.
Alright, follow the water veins. Follow the water, follow the money. Same difference. Absolutely murder some stupid slimes. With help from the real rock god, Zhongli.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Now,
The flow of water is blocked here.
Is it because of that pile of rocks? Let's remove them. Run!
Ooh. That was not here before we entered there.
La la la.
Alright. One of these. That's gonna hit that one. We're just gonna hit that one. Just gonna shoot up to there and there. Boom.
Everyone, I found a note here.
This series of islands is the most unique area I've ever encountered on this trip. It seems ostensibly ordinary, but the various mountains here have been hollowed out such that changes in their internal water levels will cause them to resound. At the same time, the waters that crisscross the mountains are linked at high tide. The mountains will play a preset tune together as they resonate as one. I have never encountered the use of mountains, let alone an entire island chain, as a musical instrument of titanic proportions. The designer of this setup must have had great ingenuity, but also a pair of immensely skilled hands. I stayed here for a while longer to closely observe and record the geography and design of these mountains, while listening to the music that they make at various times of the day. The great creativity of their creator in blending nature and artistry together so perfectly leaves me frankly in awe. Good designs should never be lost, and so I have left these notes for any who should come by after me. If you, too, have come to this place, rest a while on the mountaintops and let the tides make music for you. It is no easy undertaking to make nature itself lie beside you and sing to you. Indeed, it is an epoch-making deed. I hope that you, too, will get to enjoy this sight. P.S. This sheet of paper has been alchemically treated to be water and fireproof, so do not worry about the veracity of these notes. Just enjoy the music and the scenery. Albedo.
Oh, so that's how it is. What an interesting island.
Look at this style and signature. It's from Albedo. He's one of our friends from Mondstadt. He's an amazing alchemist who's visited this island before. He left this note here for future adventurers.
Oh, so it's him.
He's saying this whole island has been turned into an instrument? Amazing.
And the underground water veins play an important part too. Oh, maybe we need to clear all the water veins to play this island.
Clean your instrument before the performance. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay, clear the water veins that flow through the mountains. That's just the notes to check. Interesting little gateway in here. We'll need pyro to light that later. What's this here?
Into the wind.
Something helpful, that's what's here. Or...
Time to go.
another doorway to open. That one will hit. Yeah. 2 here, that will. That one has 2 spots. Pretty easy. shoots off there. But where does it hit?
Time to go. Follow the wind.
Yeah, let's actually just fire it off again and see where it hits. That hits there. There's nothing there, so I don't think that does anything for now. I may check back on it later. But what did that other one do?
The wind knows me.
We're getting some thorny trees growing here. Here we are. One of the water veins. Nothing here. I don't think it's referring to up here. Okay. Let's get back to where we can see the water again. It's leading us back in here. Leading us up.
La la la. Woo.
Still going up.
La la la.
Okay. Now I'm seeing a bit more what to do here. Follow the trail.
Da da da.
While I was spoiled on minor elements of this event storyline, like the drunken Kazuha scene, I have made it a point to stay away from anything involving these actual Mirage Islands themselves, so I am still entirely unspoiled on what this whole quest will look like, or what this island will be like at the end of the quest line.
These plants look a lot like the ones we saw in the cave.
Yeah, and like the ones we saw outside the cave here. Let's just adjust that angle to go there and perform. Now perform. Alright. That water vein is clear, I think.
This should be the glacial spring water we're looking for.
So, if you drink this, you can suddenly sing like an angel?
You should give it a try, if you're curious.
Oh, no. I'm terrible at singing. It would be, extremely embarrassing if it didn't work.
Oh, Mona. I actually think you've got a sweet voice that's well suited for singing. If you're interested, I can teach you a few things about vocals once we get back to camp.
Oh, really? I'd love to, but you'd have to promise you won't laugh at me.
Of course not. Everyone's got to start somewhere, right?
Right. Then maybe I can give it a try.
Great! But before that, we should deliver the spring water to that flower.
Okay, well, to re-enter the Mirage, we just need to touch the drum on the beach again.
Okay, spring water in hand, we go off. I believe this is technically the second quest in the Acts quest line. Act 3, that is. Oh, I never did climb those hilly churl riggings. Whatever. We'll climb it once they've been fully Xinyanified. And in we are.
This is the glacial spring water you were looking for.
I'm feeling a lot better now. Thank you very much. Now, I'll send you to your destination.
Woo!
Alright. Is anyone else getting a little bit hot in here? No, not just in the game, but I actually don't have an ideal recording situation, so it tends to get very hot in my room when I'm recording with my two large TV monitors, computer and PlayStation all running at the same time. So I can very much relate to the non-Xinyan members of the party who are not feeling too at home in the heat of Xinyan's Mirage.
I'm going to lose my hat.
This scent. I think we've arrived at a mountain near Liyue.
What? It's so dark here.
Wait, listen. There's a voice. Can you hear that?
And now Xinyan's hearing voices.
The reason the birds sing so sweetly is because they drink the spring water from up in the mountaintops. Xinyan, we're not singers in this family. None of us are. What makes you think you can be any different?
I guess the accent runs in the family.
Oh, so I just need to go drink some of this spring water, and then I'll be able to sing? Oh, I'll be right back, Mama.
You mustn't stay out so late in the mountains by yourself, child. You scared the bejesus out of me. Here, this is the spring water you were looking for.
I really wish Hoyoverse had gone with a different accent during the English localization of Xinyan. Doesn't fit the rock and roll at all, doesn't fit the fact that Leah is based off of Imperial China at all. And it's not like it's just her voice actor's natural accent, because she also voices Barbara.
Really? Oh, you're the best, Daddy.
Oh, where did she run off to this time?
To find somewhere she could sing, no doubt. Ugh. She can't be persuaded, and we can't stop her from walking out the door. Did you really have to lie to her like that?
How was I supposed to know she'd go running off looking for spring water? Oh, when is she gonna come to her senses?
Get down from there! You can't set up a stage here! If you can't sing, you should be keeping your mouth shut, not putting on a public performance. Ugh.
Oh, don't tear down the stage.
Alright. A little bit more Xinyan lore. Doesn't really make me like her anymore as a character. Maybe that'll change when we get to Fontaine, the birthplace of rock and roll in Tevat, but for now I just think rock and roll is completely out of place in Genshin Impact's fantasy setting.
Xinyan, my dear child, why are you playing that crass instrument again? It's not ladylike.
Oh, Xinyan, your mother has asked me to teach you some embroidery when I can find the time. Oh, it's an elegant and enjoyable craft. Just come to Annie's house whenever you're free.
Quit making that racket by the side of the road. If you have to play something classy.
Why are they being so mean?
Oh, these people.
That's it! Why are you not yelling back? What happened to your rock and roll spirit? And now you're laughing? Aren't you mad?
Paimon, did you learn nothing from Kazuha's Mirage? This clearly happened in the past.
Sometimes it's hard to get mad when you hear the same thing 100 times. Still, thanks, Paimon.
What?
Auntie Jishang, how are you doing?
Oh, dear child, I've been waiting to hear from you for a long time. This weekend I'll be free.
Auntie, stop thinking about me for a hot sec. Your stove is still on and you're cooking soup, right? Oh, you see, it's all burnt.
Oh, how did this happen?
Oh, my. Uncle Jew, little Jew is playing in the mud by the river again. Didn't you tell him not to do that?
What? That rascal is up to his old shenanigans behind my back again, is he? Oh, well, we'll see about that.
Oh, sorry, Uncle High. I'll move my stage someplace else. But your musical taste needs to evolve if you want to keep up with the times. Maybe you didn't know, but even the most famous opera singer Leo likes listening to my boorish music.
What did you say? Is that true? You're not making this up, are you? I'll have to look into this.
They're all gone.
See? Knowing the right words to say and when to smile can solve almost any problem.
If that's the case, then what's your rock and roll spirit for?
My rock and roll spirit isn't something I just use to win an argument. That'd be a real waste. Rock and roll is a revolution. Transforming your identity and destiny, saying goodbye to concessions and cowardice, it does them all. And most importantly, it lets you do it with art rather than words. My rock and roll has an unbreakable spirit, like a flame in a rainstorm that refuses to go out, or the magma that never stops boiling under the surface of the land. Okay, let's go. Let's go that way. There's a side path right there.
What a great mindset you have. If anyone ever called me anything less than a genius, I'd be furious.
Really? I'm as tempted to give it a shot. Mona is glaring at me.
Paimon, there's a difference between embracing the spirit of rock and roll and playing with fire.
To tell you the truth, I'm also starting to develop an interest in rock and roll.
Seriously? Oh, this better not be a joke.
No, I'm serious. Rock and roll's ability to cultivate such a strong will in people is an incredible thing.
Sorry, just checking for chests while they were finishing their banter. Kazuha, you can look into rock and roll, but please look into anyone but Xinyan's. Like, I don't know, check out, like, Shinedown or Demon Hunter or someone like that. Anyone but our, Texan Chinese girl here. Nothing against Xinyan, I just don't think that combo is very aesthetically pleasing, with her being a Leah character with a very over-the-top hick accent.
Hey, is that...
What, Paimon? You've been staring forever.
Another door. More delightful individuals await us on the other side, I assume.
Let me handle it. Piece of cake.
Miss, your hairstyle is really strange.
Oh, is that so? I think it looks really cool. Take a closer look if you don't believe me.
Your hair sticks out from your head, and you wear spiky things in it. Nobody else has hair like that.
Well, you're looking at it the wrong way. If I don't look like anybody else, once you've seen me, you won't be able to forget me, even if you try. You'll still recognize me if you ever see me again in the future.
Yeah, you're right.
Your clothes, hair, even the way you walk and talk. It's not just for the eyes of others. It's your style. So you should go with whatever you like.
Really? But if I wore a jacket with a picture of a puppy on it, people would say, "Hey, little Faye likes stupid little puppies."
Then you should ignore them. So, you like puppies, huh?
I do.
What about your friends?
Well, yeah, they do too.
Well, then your friends are gonna love that jacket.
Okay. Miss, how come you don't do your hair in a nice braid? People would love that.
No, I can't help myself. I just like the styles with personality. Plus, I had no idea how so many people would dislike it before I started wearing my hair like this.
So, why don't you change it now?
Well, this hairstyle suits my music and my lifestyle. The regular ones are boring. They're so uninspired. Plus, they get in the way when I'm head bobbing away on stage. If people don't like it, that's up to them. I ain't gonna change it.
What about your friends? Do they not like it too?
No, we don't.
Of course they like it. They all say that they think it looks amazing.
I have never said that once, Xinyan.
Your friends are nice to you. That's cool. Not like my friends. They left me here on my own.
Oh, hey now. Why are you crying? What's wrong? You can talk to me.
Little Lulu and little Mung, they're ignoring me. We were gonna meet at the docks today, but they still haven't shown up.
These kids are way too young to be standing each other up like this.
No. Stay right here. I'll go take a look around. I'll bring them to you once I find them.
Oh, okay. Thanks, miss. I'll never say anything bad about your hair again.
See, now you're talking sense. I'll see you later.
Please don't make us play a game of pirates with all three of them once we find them. At least I haven't gotten that commission in a while. Fingers crossed that I don't get it again tomorrow after saying just that. Hey, little Lulu.
Excuse me. Are you little Lulu?
Are you looking for me, miss?
Didn't you promise to meet little Faye at the docks? Why aren't you going to meet up with him? He's crying because he thinks you've abandoned him.
Huh? Oh, that silly dum-dum. Why didn't he just come to look for us? We prepared a surprise gift for him.
A surprise gift? How strange.
One tiny little baby down. One other tiny little crybaby to go. But first, I'm going to check the area for chests. There could be anything under that box, Lois, even a boat. And there's nothing in the box. Ha ha ha! Unlike certain other Genshin content creators, I do not drown every episode. I think you know who I'm talking about. If you know, you know. But for those who don't know, his name is the same thing that we do to Timmy's birds each and every morning.
Excuse me, are you little Mung? Little Faye's waiting for you at the docks. He's been waiting so long now that he's in tears about it.
Oh, why is he so dumb? He could have just come here and found us. Oh, never mind. I'll go find him instead. He ran off. We should catch up to him.
Da da da. There they are.
You dum-dum, we were preparing a surprise gift for you. We didn't think that you wouldn't come to try and find us, and definitely didn't think you'd start crying about it.
I'm sorry for being such an idiot.
No, I'm sorry. You're not an idiot. I guess we shouldn't have been so secretive about it.
We didn't come to the docks to meet you because we wanted to give you a big surprise for your birthday. Huh? This is... We brought you loads of yummy lotus heads! And here's a handwritten birthday letter from me and Lulu, too. Please don't call our handwriting ugly, okay? You guys! Thank you. And all's well that ends well.
It was all just a misunderstanding.
Well, sometimes that's just what friends do. If my friends had ditched me to plan a surprise, I'd have gotten upset too.
Is that a hint for us to prepare a surprise for you, too? Very clever.
No! I was just speaking my mind.
I know. I was just joking, seeing if I could give you a fright.
Everyone? Paimon's hungry.
That rumble had no business being that loud. We literally just ate before we started this quest line, Paimon. Come on.
It's almost lunchtime, so how about we have lunch at my house? It's not far from here.
So, even your house is in this mirage?
Yep, I just noticed. There's the same road in here as the one that leads to my house in real life. Even though we're in a mirage, I reckon some things will always remain the same. In real life, after a bad quarrel with the neighbors or a disappointing show, the one place I'll always go is my house, because, well, everyone has to go home eventually.
And... yes. That to there, that to there. Fire. Same concept as Kazuha's puzzle, but just a little simplified. Because as Xinyan stated earlier, she is a 3-head and Kazuha is a 5-head, if not more. I don't see no door of resurrection. I am not looking forward to what's on the other side.
Here we are. Please, come in. Make yourselves at home. No need to take off your shoes.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Oh, chairs. We can finally unwind for a bit.
Huh? Did you guys hear a sound coming from the other room? Oh, you all keep resting here. I'll go have a look. The lights aren't even on. And there's no one... Whoa!
Dun dun dun! Happy birthday!
What are you two doing? Why are you sitting in the dark inside my house? You scared the bejesus out of me.
Why did you have the camera pan up my butt?
Yunjin, you were totally right. She does get spooked.
It's your birthday, so we planned a surprise party for you.
You girls really shouldn't pull these pranks while pretending to be all sweet and innocent.
Huh? Come on now, what's wrong with that?
Who says that being cute and innocent means you can't pull pranks? Back me up, Xiangling. Totally, Yunjin. Guoba pulls pranks on me all the time, too.
All right, you win.
Beidou needs to do something today, so she has asked me to deliver her gift to you. So, here they are. A custom-made dagger and the score of a composition from abroad. As for my offerings, I have these gold hairpins and iron hair ties, custom made for you by my family.
Iron hair ties? You're telling me that your family used their 1,000 years worth of experience to make hair ties?
What's the problem? Hair ties may look simple and unassuming, but they actually require a lot of intricate craftsmanship to make. My gift is one of a kind. A little while ago, I came across a bespectacled blacksmith on the street. The way he worked and talked, it felt almost like he could see right through stones. I was skeptical, so I asked him to help me make a bet. And when the merchant cracked the stone open, there was indeed a piece of raw jade inside. I took the jade on the spot and ground it into a pendant, which I then strung on a cord. You can use it as an accessory.
The bespectacled blacksmith they're talking about must be Kunjun from Act 2 of Zhongli's personal story quest, but I personally assumed in the context of that story quest that Kunjun's stone seeing was something caused by him being the vessel of Ajdaha, not by himself, so this is a bit interesting for once.
Wow. You made a jade pendant for me?
Yeah. Don't wear it around your neck. Put it on your guitar. Every day I see how much you pamper that guitar, so I thought you should jazz it up a bit.
I don't know if I can bring myself to hang this thing anywhere except in a display case on an altar. Thank you, Xiangling. You're so thoughtful.
Xiangling has always been thoughtful. But the blacksmith you mentioned, who could see through stones, can you tell me more about him? If the story's interesting enough, I might have to put it into my play. I'm not exactly sure, but I hear that he was sick for a while and was so disoriented during that time that he couldn't remember anything and felt as if his body didn't belong to him.
Yep, 100% Kunjun confirmed.
And then, all of a sudden, he recovered. He's all fine now, except for some reason, he can now tell the difference between valuable and worthless stones just by looking at them.
There answers my question. He has some lingering abilities from his connection to Ajdaha.
That's certainly peculiar. No, let's not get into that. The food is getting cold. Let's eat! Wait, Xinyan, didn't you pick up a trick from an Outlander merchant? The one you taught me on my last birthday.
Huh? Oh, you mean making a birthday wish?
Yes, that's the one. They also light candles and cut cakes in other regions. But we didn't have time for that, because we were too busy bringing the food over.
It's fine. I can just use my imagination.
Okay, let's count to 3 and you can make a wish. 1, 2, 3.
What should I wish for this year? My wish is... I'm back.
What happened? Paimon was just peering through the crack in the door.
Given that we are in a mirage, Xinyan, did anything significant happen inside the house?
Paimon knows! Paimon knows! She ran into some of her friends who were throwing her a birthday party.
Yes, I heard all that. I mean, something she did herself.
Oh, I made a wish. It's pretty interesting now that I think about it. When I entered the room, I found Xiangling and Yunjin, 2 of my best friends.
They're both well known in Leah.
That actually happened in real life. They paid me a surprise visit on my birthday, set a table with delicious food, and persuaded me to make a birthday wish.
Xinyan, what was your wish?
My wish was to perform with someone completely unexpected.
I wonder who this unexpected person might be.
I've just figured it out.
Oh, you already know the answer?
Mm-hmm. However, before I tell you the answer, I'd like to clear the water veins that flow through the mountains.
Hey, Xinyan, are you sure that wish wasn't for a bright, shiny new Unforged? Because if it wasn't, why the heck did I pull 6 of them trying to get Mist-Splitter copies? Alright. With this, leaving things off on Xinyan's wish, we have one more thing to do before we end this half of the arc and pick it up in the next episode. As Xinyan so unexpectedly set us up perfectly for it, we're going to sort of do a half-wishing ritual here. Those who have watched my video wishing for Constellation 6 Klee and Constellation 2 Kazuha, my normal wishing ritual is to sit in the Grand Master's chair in the Knights of Favonius headquarters and drink a holy water as Jean. For this, we're just going to pop a holy water on Klee. And I've been storing up Acquaint Fates from a combination of free Battle Pass unlocks, ascending characters, and 5 from the... Wait, no, I think I spent those already. Yeah, just ascending characters and the Battle Pass. And we are pretty close to a 5-star, so we could see one today. I believe we're 62 pity since our last one right now. Let's quickly brush up on that. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 and 2, 62 pity since our D-Luke as our last 5-star. I believe that was all the way back at Constellation. I want to say Constellation 2 D-Luke. So yeah, it's been a while since I've gotten a 5-star on the standard banner. And we are now at 72 pity. But let's see what the garbage is. Stringless. One 4-star, not even a character. Pretty sad. And letting off... Sorry, Klee, you're adorable, but I'm trying to speak here. And letting off on that low note, I have been Whale. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to leave a like and consider subbing to the channel. As always, comments are welcome down below, and hope you all are well. Until next time.